What's going on, fellow investors and traders? My name is Jeff, and so the MJ industry got some pretty bullish news this week, and by bullish I mean the path for MJ to start penetrating here further in the United States. Well, that path just got a little bit easier to walk down now. I've noticed a lot of people have kind of overlooked this news, or perhaps they think maybe this isn't so important, but I feel every bit of legislation that gets passed should be kind of recognized and celebrated, and the MJ stocks did take a small gain on the day that this news hit. So we're going to talk about that in this video. Real quick though, guys, I wanted to mention a promotion that's only going to last till Monday. And that is for a new broker I'm using called SoFi, okay? This is probably one of the best deals I know of on the market right now. You can fund your account with up to $25 and you'll get $25 of free stock and you'll get $25 free of crypto. And unfortunately, I was just a little bit late to this, so I started using this brokerage on Monday. And of course, I got my $25 of free stock, and then I just got my $25 of free crypto. And so a couple things, guys, I'm gonna compare this a lot to M1 Finance, is that you're buying what's called stock bits. You can spend as little as $1 at a time, and there's absolutely no fees. So as you can see over here to the right, where I've only spent as little as $1 at a time. Like I said, I've spent $2 on Procter & Gamble. I've spent $1 on Nike, $1 on Wells Fargo, $1 on Intel. But up here on the top, that was my $25 of free stock was in Lululemon, because this is a high growth stock I think is going to trade up a lot more. You can see right up here at the top, guys, I funded my account. I spent $10 and I got my $25 free of Lululemon. That is the free stock up here on the top line. Guys, I bought $24.95 of Bitcoin, and that was just the amount of cash I deposited into the crypto part of the portfolio. And then right up there on top, I got my $25 referral bonus, and that was just $25 of free Bitcoin, okay? And so if you want to get your $50 free, guys, all you have to do is go down to the comment section and I will have a comment pinned with a link to SoFi, and you'll have to fund your account up to $25, and you will have to spend at least $10 in stocks and $10 in cryptocurrency, and then you will get $25 of any stock you want, and you'll get $25 of free crypto. I just wanted to share this promotion with you. It only lasts until the 30th of September, which is Monday, and then after that, who knows what the next promotion is going to be. But so far, I really like this service. I think you all will like it as well, because you have the option of only spending $1 at a time if you so choose to, and there's absolutely no fees, okay? And so, guys, yes, I am fully aware that the MJ sector has been struggling for several months now, okay? I think 2018 really built these stocks up. They traded up to astronomical levels that they really could not live up to. They traded down with the markets at the end of December. And then, of course, at the start of 2019, they all took a big lunge in the first 3 months of the year. Now, since that time, this industry has disappointed pretty much across the board. And I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of people talking to me, asking me questions, even telling me, hey, you bought ACB at the wrong price and you've bought CGC at the wrong price, etc. Well, guys, first and foremost, I'm a long-term investor in this industry, okay? This is not a short-term process. I'm not looking to turn money over tomorrow. If you want to learn how to trade stocks on a daily and weekly basis, I highly suggest checking out Trade Alerts Pro. That is my stock market course. But for long-term investment, I do believe in number one, Aurora Cannabis, and then number two would be Canopy Growth. But even a safer bet than that, guys, and my newest and most favorite addition to the MJ part of my portfolio is GW Pharmaceuticals. So I have that 5-year chart pulled up right here. And as you can see, this stock is also taking a very big dip right now, which I call a buying opportunity. And that's why I've decided to start buying into this stock. And on every 10 to 15% drop, I just cost average down some more. Now, we are all aware your ACB, CRON, Tilray, and Canopy Growth, they're fundamentally overvalued, okay? A swarm of analysts came in and upgraded all these stocks, and now those same analysts are beating them down for the very reasons I was talking about 1 year ago, is that they're just fundamentally overvalued, and a lot of these stocks have run on hype. We already knew that coming into this. So we're not really buying into what these companies are right now. We're buying into what they can be in the future. Again, if you have any doubts about the growth of these companies, I highly suggest for you to pull up the revenue trends of Aurora Cannabis or Canopy Growth and look at them over the past 5 years. It will absolutely knock you out of your chair. So regardless of where the stock is trading in the short term, I will continue investing into these stocks. And really, the cheaper they get, the better of a buying opportunity I feel like we have. Another thing too, guys, I think this is another big mistake that people make, is spending way too much money in the MJ industry, and they're investing far too much of their portfolio in these stocks, where I spend less than 5% of my retirement IRA goes into MJ stocks. So they can all dive 10, 15, 20%, and it will barely move the account balance in my retirement IRA. I'll barely even notice it happened, because 95% of my portfolio is other sectors. So it would be tech and banking, retail, oil stocks, and stuff like that, okay? I try to make a habit of emphasizing this in every video I make about these companies. Do not have all of your money in MJ stocks. As a matter of fact, you should only have 5% of your portfolio or less invested into these type of stocks. So let's talk about the legislation that took place this week. That was back on the 26th of September, so it was 2 days ago. But this is the first chance I've really had to sit down and make a video about it, is that pot stocks did trade up a little bit on House passage of bill allowing bank involvement. Now, I've noticed with some of these social interactions that I'm having is people just kind of brush this off and acted like it is not a big deal. But you kind of have to look at the details of this and how this is a big step, considering Republicans and Democrats both voted on this and it got passed. So what this is called, guys, is the Safe Banking Act, and it won by a vote of 321 to 103. So pretty much a landslide victory that shields banks from federal prosecution if they conduct business with cannabis companies in states allowing legal marijuana, okay? So 229 Democrats and also 91 Republicans and 1 independent voted in favor of this Safe Banking Act. And then, of course, ticker symbol MJ, Kronos Group, Tilray, Canopy Growth, and Aurora all traded up 2 to 4%. Not a huge move, but just keep in mind that this is another step towards expansion here in the United States. And it does seem like every time that one of these bills or one of these acts do come up before Congress, is that they are pretty much getting voted in by a pretty wide margin. Like I said, 321 to 103. That's a very large margin. There's not much opposition. Next up is the Republican-controlled Senate, although the bill should pass there as well, albeit with possible amendments. So basically, guys, it's just as simple as what it reads out, is that banks are going to be conducting and giving out loans to cannabis companies. They're also going to be probably giving out small loans for stores. And this really protects not just those small companies and not just the MJ companies, but also the banks from any kind of prosecution for funding cannabis companies. Now, like I said, this only applies to states that have legal marijuana. More and more states are voting on this all the time. As a matter of fact, Illinois, marijuana will be legal on the 1st of January this year, okay? So it's just a couple months away. One last thing I would like to mention is that also this Safe Banking Act would allow cannabis businesses to access financial services that have long been difficult to find due to their gray area status, often legal in their individual state, but illegal on a federal scale. So again, that is banking services. Now, what exactly would the repercussions of that be? Is that they have a very hard time to get transactions going on in their stores, right? To get credit card holders, or perhaps let's say you have a Square reader, or perhaps you use PayPal. Often there is restrictions that are limiting you from using those type of things. And like I said, this act will also open that up. so there's not as many restrictions on these companies and they don't have to pay such big fines. So like I said, guys, this is not a huge news story, but it is another step into expansion here in the United States, and I feel as though it should be recognized and celebrated, you know, for a sector that added over 70,000 jobs last year. So be sure to go down in the comment section, guys, and share your thoughts and opinions on this. I would really love to hear that. Thank you, as always, for watching the video, and have a great day.